Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today I will be talking about the Mamoswine EX deck. This is a deck that a lot of people are excited for. It's not one of the best decks in the format by far, but it is still a very solid option and it's a very interesting deck overall. Now I'm not gonna lie, thinking about this deck at first, it's one that really didn't interest me that much. I did have somebody comment asking for me to cover the Mamoswine deck, so I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and try it out, kind of see how it works. And now that I've played it, I understand it. It makes a lot of sense and is honestly a very solid deck. Blaziken EX definitely feels like it's kind of missing a few things by itself, but in this deck it does make sense because you want to have a lot of stage 2 Pokemon in play. And by the way, I do think Blaziken EX will be getting a lot better in the future because earlier today they did reveal a new single prizer Blaziken, which seems to fit pretty well with Blaziken EX. But Mamoswine is a cool Pokemon. It plays Trolley, which is my favorite ace spec, so you already know that this is a deck I had to try out. So of course I'm going to go ahead and talk about how the deck works, and then we're going to jump into some gameplay and I'll give my overall thoughts on the deck at the end. So if you guys do enjoy this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel and check out some of the other decks that I've covered so far in this format. And as I say every video, go ahead and leave me a comment, let me know what you want me to cover next, and I will gladly make a video about it. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump into it. So to start off, Mamoswine EX is obviously a very tanky Pokemon. It has 340 HP. I do want to say that's probably the most HP out of every relevant Pokemon in the format right now. The next closest thing I can think of is Charizard EX. I'm probably forgetting about something, but either way, you can see it's very tanky. 340 is a lot of HP, which you can get there by just straight up evolving, using TM Evo, or even going for the rare candy play. It does have the Mammoth Holler ability, which is very strong. Basically, once per turn, you can search your deck for any Pokemon and reveal it and put it into your hand. So this is a really good option to get Pokemon into play. There is one Pokemon specifically that you can quickly get into play, which is very, very strong. And it does have the Rumbling March attack for 180 damage, plus 40 damage for every stage 2 Pokemon on your bench. In theory, if your whole bench was full with stage 2s, you would be doing 380 damage. I'd say typically though, you're going to have probably 3 to 4 stage 2s, which is usually enough damage to take knockouts alone. Overall, very tanky Pokemon, does a lot of damage, and it has a great ability to let you get more Pokemon out. And so naturally, if we want a bunch of stage 2 Pokemon, we definitely want some good options, and of course Pidgeot EX is one of the best options. Pidgeot EX, obviously a very solid option, just for its ability, quick search, allowing you to search for any card in your deck once per turn. We all know how good Pidgeot EX is. It's kind of fallen off in a lot of decks, just because, you know, Badoo is very annoying to kind of deal with, but in a deck like this where you want stage 2s, this is obviously a great choice. So Mamoswine EX is going to be your main attacker. You do have Pidgeot as one of your main support options, but as you can see, we do also have Blaziken EX. And this is a really interesting card because I think by itself, it's a pretty bad card. It has 320 HP, but its attack only does 200 damage. You know, you can't use it again after that turn, and also, you know, it is a stage 2, so it does take a while to kind of get out sometimes. But in a deck that wants to play pretty much only stage 2 Pokemon, it is a great option for its ability, Seething Spirit, which allows you to attach a basic energy card from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon every single turn. So kind of a great option to keep energies going, a pretty tanky stage 2 overall. It can just kind of sit on your bench, and you do have the option to attack if you ever need to. Now those are our main stage 2 Pokemon, but there is one more, and you'll notice that it is Luxray. And this is a really cool card that pairs well with Mamoswine because Mamoswine allows you to search for any Pokemon every single turn, and this is a Pokemon that is obviously a stage 2 card, but it does have the ability Swelling Flash. And basically, if you are down in prize cards, you can put this straight onto your bench without having to evolve it. This attack is pretty decent, does 180 damage, you do 20 to yourself, but the thing is, it's a single prize Pokemon, which means that you can kind of mess up the prize trade for your opponent, so it can be a great option to kind of get some early knockouts, or even some late game knockouts to kind of mess up the prizes. Or if nothing else, it can just kind of sit on your bench, so, you know, basically if your opponent takes the first prize card, you can start putting your Luxrays down because once they're on your bench, they're there to stay, and you can only do that when you're behind in prize cards. You typically want to be behind in prize cards at some point in the game, that way you can get these guys out. And as you can see with this list, we do run a reversal energy, so you do have the option to pull off that attack. I have seen some lists where you run 2 reversal energies, and honestly that seems a little bit better. I would probably prefer to cut the fire energy and replace that with the reversal energy, or maybe cut something else for that for a second one, just because it is kind of a decent attack. 180 damage can do a lot of damage to a lot of Pokemon. Aside from that, our other 2 Pokemon here are Fezandipiti EX for its ability for Flip the Script, and I guess you could also technically use its attack with the reversal energy. That might be a good option. And we do of course have the Cornerstone Ogerpon here. At first I was like, well, you know, kind of makes sense, but then I thought about it, and if you go up against walls, you really don't have any good options against walls except for this Ogerpon, so it makes a lot of sense. Just overall a really strong option. Aside from that, everything else is pretty self-explanatory with the deck. A lot of good support options. Obviously we have Arven here and the Precious Trolley, so ideally you want to go second. You want to go for Arven, take the Trolley, and take a TM Evo and start evolving things on your bench. There is also the one jamming tower to kind of get rid of some annoying tool cards. The only other card here that you typically don't see in decks, I would say, is Morty's Conviction. And this is a pretty good one because we are able to get energies back from our discard pile. So basically, if you discard one card from your hand, you can draw a card for every single bench Pokemon that your opponent has. So kind of like discard one card, draw up to 5 cards essentially. Kind of a good draw power card to also get energy cards in your discard. And overall, the deck does feel pretty good. I mean, having that TM Evo, having that trolley consistency, just being able to get set up pretty early. You know, I do think that having TM Evo kind of helps deal with Bidoo a little bit better as well. You just kind of want to get your Pidgeot out as fast as possible. That will kind of allow you to set everything else up. And the deck flows pretty well. Just that ability to search out Pokemon every turn is really nice. And again, Mamoswine EX is very, very tanky, so there's not a lot of things knocking it out. As always, I will have this list in the description below. This is a list I found from one of the recent City Leagues where this got second place. Go ahead and try it out and let me know what you guys think. And speaking of trying it out, let's go ahead and see what I can do. Like I said, I'm pretty sure you typically want to go second. Pretty much any deck that plays Arven and Trolley and TM Evo, you kind of always want to go second. Just because if you do find an Arven, you know, you already have 2 of the pieces that you need out of the 3 in order to start evolving things. The only thing you're missing sometimes is the energy card, but we do run a lot of energies in here, so I think we'd be okay. Looks like I am going first, unfortunately, so it is what it is. Hopefully I can just get Trolley in my hand. Okay, this is a pretty bad hand, not gonna lie. This is not great. I do have one of these Swinubs, which look really cool. And I get a Pidgeot. Oh, this is a pretty bad one. I can't even call for family, and I'm up against a Raging Bull. This is awful, man. We're gonna go ahead and grab a Morty for next turn. I guess I'll pass. Just like that. I should have probably just attached the fighting to my other Swinub, but it's okay. I feel like this isn't a horrible position if I wasn't up against, you know, one of the turbo kind of decks. But if he is able to knock out my Swinub, it is going to be kind of tough here. Raging Bull is definitely one of the better decks right now in the format that I think kind of doesn't get talked about enough. The only good thing about this is that I can go ahead and call for family next turn. So I can go ahead and grab up to 2 basics and put them on my bench. And I can also Morty's Conviction now. He does pass, so surprisingly, he doesn't have more there. I'm very surprised at that, actually. I am very surprised at that. Go ahead and get rid of a fire energy. We do just go straight into the trolley, and actually, I can already get Mamoswine. That is kind of crazy. Not gonna lie. Okay, we got some options here. I do also have the Ogerpon, which, I mean, looking at his setup over there is not great for him. So, okay, we're kind of cooking a little bit now. Things are definitely looking up. I'm trying to think of what else I want to kind of have here. Let's go Mamoswine. I probably shouldn't have done that. Probably should not have done that. I was running out of time there, though, so. I would only be doing 180 damage here, so I don't know if I want to go for that. I don't know what I want to do in this situation, to be honest. I guess I'll go ahead and evolve. I mean, I might as well just start hitting, right? Like, why not? Be honest. You want to play Jamming Tower? Oh, I was like clicking around. Okay, I didn't mean to do that. I did not mean to do that. Okay, it is what it is. That's fine. Let's grab a Combusken. I'm not gonna play Jamming Tower yet. I don't think I need to. I fully meant to attack there. Like, I was just like clicking around and I did not mean to burn my switch. That was a complete accident. Hopefully I don't get punished for it. I mean, the good thing here is, like, what is he gonna do with my Ogerpon? Nothing, right? All of his Pokemon have an ability. Unless he's playing like a single prizer. He's probably playing like Slitherwing or something. That's obviously a good card. I think it's just so bulky, man. Going Area 0 with the Earthen Vessel. If he doesn't have the single prizer to deal with his Ogerpon, then it's gonna be kind of rough for him, not gonna lie. I'm glad I didn't play my Jamming Tower yet. I can use it to get rid of Area 0 at some point. Might as well wait while he kind of burns all his cards and all of his resources. Going for the second Noctowl, okay. Very interesting. He's burning everything, so like he's gonna be left with nothing. And with no Hoothoots on the board. So I mean, very interesting choice. Nestball, Crispin. Adios makes sense. Oh, wait a second, I'm dumb. Raging Bolt doesn't have an ability. Why did I think it did? Sometimes it just helps when you actually read the cards. I kind of struggle with that sometimes, you know? That's fine. Like I said, you kind of want to be playing from behind, I feel like. This is good. We're going to have 2 cards, 3 cards. Oh. That's not good. Is he going to burn everything for this Mamoswine? That's kind of crazy. What is the strategy here? I don't understand. What was the point of that? Like, actually, what was the point of that? We get Rare Candy Pidgeot? That's crazy, dude. That is kind of insane. That is kind of crazy, actually, not gonna lie. Oh my goodness. So Mammoth Hauler here? What do we want? Let's go Piloswine here. Quick search. Honestly, I could just grab Boss here too. I'm doing 180 plus 40. So I'm doing 220. Could knock out an Ogerpon here. I can just grab Boss here, to be honest. Boss it up. And then I could Jamming Tower here. There's really no point for me to go Jamming Tower here, though. He's just gonna get rid of all the useless stuff, so like, I might as well just hit this thing. Ooh, Ultra Ball is really good here. I can Ultra Ball for the Blaziken, I can Mamoswine for the Mamoswine, and then I'm basically knocking anything out. He's got the 1 Teal Dance right here, Energy Retrieval. I mean, if he knocks this out, that's fine. Like, I'm pretty much chilling. Because I'll have Blaziken to where I can get an energy. I need to grab 1 energy, basically. It's the only downside here. Oh. Ask and you shall receive, right? That's kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Looking good. Mammoth Hauler. Blaziken. Go ahead and evolve here. Thieving Spirit. Well, I almost grabbed the wrong one. What do I want to grab here? I'll go ahead and retreat already. In for 260. I mean, I think I kind of just win this prize trade, to be honest. Like, what can he really do here? You just grab Fez off the bat. Yeah, he just concedes. You just start winning the prize trade. There's really nothing he could do there. Once I get Pidgeot up, I can kind of just find whatever I need. So it's actually very nice. Hoot is good, don't get me wrong, but I mean, Pidgeot's the OG, you know what I'm saying? That was kind of a fast one, so I'll go ahead and give you guys the bonus second game right here. Hopefully I get to go second this time. I still need to climb up to Arceus. Like, it's been a grind. I just haven't been playing enough. But luckily I've been running into like pretty meta relevant decks, so we're actually getting some good gameplay here. That was the first Raging Bolt I've ran into in a long time, I feel like. I am going first again, unfortunately. And we get the mulligan. Nice, I love it. Ooh, this feels like pretty bad, not gonna lie. Okay. I'm gonna start with Ogerpon, actually. Hopefully they can't deal with it. Oh, this is really good for me because Feraligatr struggles a lot with Ogerpon, not gonna lie. Dude, I actually have to kind of think now on what I want to do here. Do I want a Torchic? I kind of don't. Like, you can just kind of trap it. And I'm weak to water, so I think Blaziken is a no-go for this game. What's more important, getting Swinub or Pidgeot? I think Pidgeot, not gonna lie. And we shall pass. I haven't played against Feraligatr in so long, man. I feel like when people first found out about this deck, everybody was playing it online, but I've never seen it since, it feels like. I think it's still a really solid deck, honestly. Artisan's really good for me, I like that. Thank you very much. Yeah, this guy right here is the most annoying thing for Feraligatr to deal with because you're really kind of only hitting it with Mimikyu or Monkey Dory. You can't really hit it with Feraligatr at all, so very annoying for it to deal with this. And I think the correct play here is to just kind of not do anything with Blaziken. I could be wrong about that, but I feel like that's just one more thing that they could trap, so I'm not gonna mess with it. And because of that, I also need to hold on to the Switch. I can't really afford to get rid of it. Okay, they're gonna go the Badoo route, makes sense. I am weak to grass too, so I am taking more damage, unfortunately. Kind of annoying. Okay, let's see what we got here. Pidgeotto. I need to find something that I can discard. I don't know what though. I really don't want to get rid of my reversal energy, but it's kind of like, when else am I going to use it? I feel like I'm going to be ahead most of this game. I'm kind of valuing that switch a little bit more, not going to lie, so we're going to go that route. This isn't bad here. I think I just go ahead and stay in the active again. Take another 20 damage if I need to. As long as I don't get Iono'd, I should have Pidgeot next turn. That will help open up some doors here. I'll also have the Piloswine, and I can also bench another Swinub. That will all be good. I think Luxray could actually be good in this matchup, but I did just get rid of my one reversal energy, so unfortunate, but it is what it is. Luminous energy, okay. And just straight up itchy pollen. That's what we like to see. Alright. Ooh, and I get the Mamoswine in hand? Kinda crazy, not gonna lie. Artisan. Get another Swinub going here. And we'll hit him with a quick search. Now, what do I want to grab here is a question. I could boss something up. I also would like to just get some energies down. Not gonna lie, that would be kind of great. Maybe I kind of do want a Torchic. Kind of like my hand though, is the thing. I mean, I guess in this case, I could grab a Morty's Conviction. I mean, surely I'll draw into an energy, right? Okay, maybe not though. I'm kind of low on energy, so let me just grab an energy card, straight up. And then I will pass. Hopefully they're not knocking me out here with Feraligatr, although they probably will be, so. Well, they can't hit me with Feraligatr, so. Yeah, we're actually kind of chilling in that department. Let's see bosses up Pidgeot, which would be very annoying. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but we'll see. I would open up the doors for Mamoswine and Luxray, but again, I would need that Blaziken down. Maybe I do want to get a Blaziken down. I don't know. They're gonna start being annoying here. I know that much. I mean, I do have the one switch, so I think the strategy here with this is you kind of just want to knock out the Relicanths, kind of burn the resources to get Relicanth back, because then I don't have to worry about getting trapped. Okay, so let's go Artisan. I guess I'll go ahead and put down a Torchic just so I have one. Obviously they could trap me, but I do have a fire energy, so I mean I do have a ways to attack, which is kind of nice. Go Piloswine here. Keep it nice and simple. And honestly, I think I just kind of quick search for an energy here and start attacking. Does kind of open up the door for some things, so maybe I don't want to attack. I have no way to kind of reset the damage here though, so maybe I just attack. I do have a Mamoswine already set up, so yeah. I think if I go Demolish here, even if he does start trapping and all that nonsense, I do have the Switch in hand already, so we're kind of good. I just want to start pulling away a little bit here. The dude's kind of just letting him get set up right now. I'm a little bit worried about getting trapped, but at the same time, not really. I've got the Switch in hand, so if he tries it, I can switch and knock this Mimikyu out. But again, I think the strategy here is to kind of go for the Relicanth here, especially because a lot of lists are only running one Relicanth, with like 2 Lana's Aid and a Night Stretcher. So it's like if I knock it out, you kind of got to burn a lot to get it back, and then if I knock it out again, then yeah, it's very kind of annoying to deal with. I think he's maybe realizing that he can't attack with Feraligatr. I don't know. He could, I'm just not gonna take damage from it. So he might just try to boss something up here or counter catcher and then lock me into place. Seems like that's the play here with the Arven. Maybe not. Maybe we'll just go ahead and see the TM Evo here for setup. That's possible. I think honestly here, I still kind of just go for boss and I go for Relicanth. I think that might be the play here. Counter catcher. One for the Pidgeot. Okay, makes sense. This isn't horrible for me, just because like I still have Cornerstone right now. I still have a way to search Pokemon. I do still have a Rare Candy, so I could get another one back here probably. So we're kind of doing okay, not gonna lie. And he only has 1 Munkidori right now on the board, so he's got way too many Totodiles out. I mean, that's the mistake I did, like playing this deck a lot, but I kind of realized like, okay, you want a lot of Munkidoris out. You really, at most, you just need 2 Totodiles in play. And that's about it. We got some options here. I can put the Luxray down. I also have the Fez here. Even if he does trap me, I'm really not that worried because I have a Switch, so I do have that option. Let's go Mammoth Hauler. We're gonna grab Mamoswine first. Evolve. And that way we can go ahead and search out for Combusken. Evolve you. And in this situation, what do we want to do here? I think I'm gonna go ahead and I just realized I filled up my bench, so I can't even get Pidgeot back. That's fine. Pokegear, hopefully good boss. We do. Perfect. Okay, let's go ahead and Earthen Vessel. We'll get rid of a Luxray for the fire energy here. I want to go ahead and get that onto the Combusken just in case. And then in this situation, I'm going to go ahead and boss up the Relicanth. Again, just so I can kind of get rid of that option to trap. Obviously he does have Totodile, but then it's only doing 10 damage, so it's not that crazy. We have the counter catcher on board now. That's kind of nice. Already burned 2 Arvens, it looks like. Does he have the second Relicanth is the question. He does not, but he does have the double monkeys. So I am a little bit worried about this Luxray, but again, I can use Switch, so that's what I'm gonna have to do here probably. Mewo, interesting. The Crispin play? Okay, he's trying to get that damage moving here. It's gonna be kind of close here, not gonna lie. I feel like it's gonna be kind of close. Because I do have a lot of 2-prizers, obviously. Kind of wish I wouldn't have benched this Fez, but it did kind of help me get what I needed, so it is what it is. I think now in this case I do want to get rid of the Feraligatr if possible, just because it's going to take a lot to get another Feraligatr going, and then he can't do damage to himself at that point. He's discarded one of his dark energies, so yeah, those are the only two he has right now. Most of them run 3. Evo, that means he only has 1 Croconaw, so that's nice to know. Let's go ahead and Mammoth Hauler, get our Blaziken here. Be good. You have 1 fighting energy, I guess, in the discard. Go ahead and get that going here. Get you onto the Mamoswine. Go ahead and patch for turn as well. And I can just go ahead and Mammoth Hauler here, just kind of thin out my deck a little bit more. Really don't need anything here. I guess I'll grab a Pidgey. I'm gonna save my Super Rod for when this thing goes down, and I'm just gonna go ahead and knock out this Monkey Dory. And we'll take our 1 prize card for the Arven. Now he is gonna knock me out here with Monkey Dory, so I do have to kind of be careful on what I send up here. Honestly, I think in this situation, maybe I send up the Luxray afterwards. That might be the move. Because I don't want him doing a lot of damage to my Swine. Okay, the Iono's not terrible here. Kind of surprised he puts down the cape. I'm going to be doing enough damage to knock this thing out, so I'm actually kind of surprised at that. Got 2 darks in the energy pile, discard pile, I should say. Moving the damage, no surprise there. Ogerpon goes down. And I think in this case, I just move up the Luxray. Let him take 1 prize. Hopefully I can like Iono him or something. I don't know. Okay. Got another Croconaw. Giant Wave. I guess, am I not doing enough damage here? Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm not. I do have Defiance Band though, so actually I am doing enough damage here, so that's fine. Let's go ahead and Artisan here. Maybe I don't want to do that, because then he could move damage over. Yeah, so I actually don't want to Artisan here. I'm gonna kind of keep that free. Let's go Seething Spirit here, start stacking up my other Pokemon just in case he tries to trap something. I'm gonna save the boss for next turn. Let's go Mammoth Hauler here, try to thin it out. Hopefully I can get an Iono here. That's kind of what I'm hoping for, not gonna lie. We're gonna flip the script. Hopefully this is an Iono. It of course is not. I don't want to really bench this Pidgey, but he does have 1 more Monkey Dory in the deck, I think. So yeah, I kind of don't want to risk it, not gonna lie. It would be kind of nice to have that security, but I mean, it is what it is at the end of the day. Could go Counter Catch you here, and then I still have Boss afterwards. I guess either way I do have Boss, so I don't really need that. Let me just grab a Switch here, I think. That might be the move. Yeah, let me grab Switch just so I kind of have it. And I kind of just have to hope that he doesn't have the pieces here, so... I guess I could have Mammoth Hollered 1 more time. To really kind of thin out the deck. Yeah, let's just hope he doesn't have it here. I mean, he would need Boss, Water Energy, and he would need Feraligatr here. He needs 3 cards. And he doesn't have the Relicanth, so he can't lock me into place. He does have the Lonazade, so okay, that does get him a lot of those cards, but he doesn't have the boss, but he probably has Counter Catcher. I might be cooked, potentially. I might be cooked. There's the Feraligatr. There's the Water Energy. Does he have the Counter Catcher? Is the question. Blaziken and the Fezandipiti are both liabilities right now. Taking a long time, so either he doesn't have it or he's just being toxic. It's one or the other. Those Artisan, maybe he doesn't have it. How many has he burned? Has he used any so far? He used one. He probably has like 2 more. Torrential Heart? Yeah, he would still be, what, 10 damage short, even if he moved it with both the monkeys. He already used 1 Water Energy though, so that still wouldn't be enough. Comes down to the Counter Catcher, man. I don't know if he has it or not. He does not have the Counter Catcher. And that means I'm just gonna win the game here. That's kind of crazy. All right, closing it out, Mamoswine. I'm really shocked, honestly. I thought he definitely had Counter Catcher. Like, his deck was like pretty small. He only used 1. Yeah, the fact that he had Lonazade though, like, definitely came in clutch. Got him like all the pieces he needed except for that Counter Catcher. So almost clutched it out. But in the end, Mamoswine very tanky. I didn't even think about the double Monkey Dory play because like that would do 50 more damage, but that still wouldn't be enough. It'd be 10 short. So very tanky Pokemon. Well, if you guys enjoyed that gameplay, 2 very interesting games. That Feraligatr game was actually really close. I do think if they would have kind of played around and trapped some stuff, it would have been kind of difficult. I only had the 1 switch. The Luxray too, I got rid of my reversal energy, so I had no way to attack with it. So I definitely think if they would have started trapping things, it would have made things a little bit more complicated. But I'm glad I did decide to bench the Blaziken. It ended up coming in clutch to kind of get some energies out there faster. And yeah, as you can see, Mamoswine is very tanky. It can do a lot of damage once you get set up, and you have a lot of great support options with this deck. I definitely recommend testing this deck out. I don't think it's the best deck in the world, but I do think it is a viable deck that can actually compete with some of the better decks. And at the end of the day, it is Mamoswine, which is a really cool Pokemon. So again, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you sub to the channel and check out my other videos where I cover some other decks. And also be sure to leave me a comment on which deck you want to see next. Hope you guys enjoyed it and have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you all in the next one.